going on, guys? It's Caleb, and today we have a new Mazda 3 that has rolled its way into the shop for a detail. Once you look at these clips, you're going to notice that this car is insanely clean. It really is. For a new car, it is very clean. There's a little bit of blemishes spread throughout the paint, which we'll address as we go on because we are going to be polishing and ceramic coating this thing, but it's got to be one of the nicer gray cars I've dealt with. A lot of times I'm dealing with German cars, you know, like Audi or whatever, Volkswagen, BMW, even sometimes some other JDM cars, but usually the grays are kind of flat, you know, like think of Nardo gray, Quantum gray, all those kind of flat, dull, toner type of grays. It's a nice change because there's a healthy amount of flake in this paint, which is just a joy to work with. So go ahead and sit back, relax. We're going to get these wheels nice and cleaned up as well as the paint and get everything nice and prepped to put it in the shop and get it paint correct. we're moving on to the next day with the Mazda 3. This is actually a really nice car. I'm really surprised with how nice the newer Mazdas are coming out. Like, honestly, I really am. Now, today being a shorter day than usual that I have, the plan is to clay bar, make sure it's completely decontaminated, and then I'm going to coat the wheels. That's what the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure the wheels are coated. Then tomorrow I can come in, polish, Wednesday, coat, Thursday, pick up. That's the plan. Let's get to it. I decided to get the wheels knocked out first, mostly because it worked well with my schedule, but also because it's actually a pretty easy thing to do, especially with a car like this that has wheels that are in wonderful condition. As you saw, I went ahead and got them cleaned while they were still in the car during the wash phase, and that was strictly because of how good a condition they're in. I mean, it's a new car, I'm not having to take these wheels off and deep clean them for 2 hours, so I might as well have gotten them clean, then pull them off, just wipe them down with IPA. And coating wheels is similar to paint pretty much. Like, you want to make sure the wheels are decontaminated. These are pretty much fully decontaminated as it is. I wipe them down with an isopropyl alcohol spray, make sure they're nice and squeaky clean, follow up with some Geon Q2 rim, and then make sure every surface is coated and wipe it off. After focusing on the wheels, I like to focus on the tires as well, which is also a very simple process. I just take some Stoner's tar and sap remover and spray it into a towel and give the tire faces a nice good scrub, so that way later on when we go to put on some tire dressing, they're in awesome condition to go ahead and apply some of that. If you're interested in any products I use and or any Stoner car care products, they're awesome people. Look down below in the description, there's a couple links there for you. Alright, so yesterday was a very short day for your guys' side of things, mostly because I didn't have the time I wanted to do the polishing, or at least start it, so I went ahead and just did the wheels first, and I also coated the exhaust tips. I'll go ahead and put a clip of that here now. We're now moving on to the next day, and I'm going to go ahead and tape everything off in preparation for the one-stage polish, but I will have an interruption. I have the Quantum Gray S5 be coming by to get a wash. I have another customer coming by at 1:30, it's currently like 12, to get his headlight restoration quoted, and then we could start polishing. So busy day, busy day, busy day. We're gonna start taping up though before the Quantum Gray S5 gets here. For polishing, we're going to be using Sonex Perfect Finish as usual, mostly because with this car, it's not even in bad shape, but it's also pretty soft paint. Mazda, as well as a lot of Japanese cars, have pretty soft paint, so using something like a Rupes yellow pad, or in this case for my 1-inch, I'm using Griot's Garage's 1-inch pads, which are phenomenal by the way, I'm really happy with these, work just great with Sonex Perfect Finish on these cars because it cuts deep enough to get rid of minor blemishes, which is what this car has, and it also gives it immaculate gloss, so wonderful, wonderful combination of products.
Paint inspection time! Alright, I'm going to stop the paint inspection right there because as you can see, the paint's in great shape. I mean, honestly, I would see this more or less as a gloss enhancement detail. There are 3 spots in the paint that I have found that I really want to polish. Using Perfect Finish with a yellow pad will definitely give this thing probably 30 to 40% more gloss than what it already has, just because of the enhancement and the refining of the clear coat that is on this thing. There's no doubt it's in great shape. It should be in great shape because it is a newer car, which that makes me happy. A lot of times I get new cars and they are not in good shape. So let's go ahead and get to polishing this thing, every inch, every corner of it. I will say, I think this black bit here is a little swirled up, and so are the headlight and taillights. I'm gonna try to get that on film now. And yeah, so we have some work to do. Oh man, this looks so good. Like this color is so nice, and it is just coming out just, oh, like it's actually insane. Like I'm in shock. I don't even know how to act. Like I'm going through it. I'm finding tiny scratches here and there, and that's why we're going through and polishing it. And as you guys saw, there was a little tiniest bit of damage, but now that it's been polished, it corrects super easy. It's not giving me any issues, and like,
That looks so good.
that was not easy. I ended up having to pull out a cutting pad with a little bit of compound to get it to come out fully, and it did. There's still a little gouge there just because that's actually through the paint, but the overall marks are gone. I think now it's time to start the roof.
There's only a few more places we have to polish here, and the way I indicate that is by putting tape on areas that need to be polished, so that way I can come in the next day and be like, oh, cool, need to do that, need to do that, need to do that. Just a little tip to keep you on your toes, so that way you don't get fallen behind or forget what you haven't done or have done and all that stuff.
Alright, car is polished. Now we need to go ahead and go through, pull all the tape off, IPA down, and get prepped for coating. We're on schedule. We're doing good, doing good. Car looks amazing.
And the coating we're going to be putting on this car is Drexler ceramic coating. It's a wonderful, very simple and high quality ceramic coating to put on cars. If you've watched my videos before, there's two coatings I like to use. It's this right here, Drexler, as well as G-Technic's Crystal Serum Light, because of how easy and high quality the coatings are. Drexler is nice because it's a very simple system, just like G-Technic. You have your base coat, which is the number 1 bottle, and then you have your second coat, which is the number 2 bottle that you spray on after give or take 2 hours or longer. Super simple, super easy, super high quality coatings. Highly recommend.
today with the Mazda 3. This thing looks amazing, especially now that the base coats have cured. It just looks fantastic, and Drexler's coating, it just works so good. It really does. It's not crystal serum. That's my heart. That's my love. That's my joy. But Drexler is definitely my backup coating. I just found a high spot I have to fix. But now that the base coats are cured, that's a Subaru that has a big wing on it. That's pretty dope. Last and final thing we have to do is use number 2, bottle number 2 that comes in the Drexler coating, which is the top coating. You can put it on after you've applied the base coats. 2 hours, I believe, after you put on the base coats. You do everything within a 2-hour increment with this coating, but we went ahead and just waited overnight, so that way we could put the top coat on in the morning, which is why we're here now. We need to do that. Let's go ahead, put you on the tripod.
The second bottle that's in the Drexler's coating is some sort of a spray. If you remember like CarPro's UK 3.0 edition, usually when you would finish with that, you would spray it down with CarPro Reload or Reflex. I can't remember what it was called now, but yeah, same thing. It just gives it that last little bit of hydrophobicity and like the slickness and gloss, you know, that little last cherry on top. Putting on the final step of Drexler's coating, as well as moving towards like tire dressing and stuff like that. As you can see, we're kind of reaching the end of the video here. This car was an absolute joy to work on, just because it was pure enjoyment. It was fun, it was laid back, it was relaxed, the car corrected as it should. Like, it was just one of those things that everything went according to plan. It was just so much fun. So with this one, I kind of laid back on the talking, mostly because I wanted you guys to just be able to sit back, relax, and enjoy it as much as I did. And if you did like it, please show me by leaving a like. And if you like car content and detailing and stuff, go ahead and press subscribe. My phone just went off and I'm not gonna edit that out. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's where I do all my photography and car guide, car content type stuff. It's at caleb.ink. And if you want to follow the detailing one, it's cc.detailing.co. Just made it. Go over there and follow me if you can. Or not, you know, you don't have to. It's free. Either way though, we're gonna wrap this up. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.